my scrappy friends, this is Hannah. Welcome to my channel. Today you are here because there is a hop going around. It is 52 weeks of 52 favorite photos, and this is a hop that Miranda Webber is putting together, and she is the mastermind behind it. So definitely, if you haven't looked and watched her video or seen any of the videos in the playlist, make sure you check out the info box below, because there's going to be a ton of information in there that kind of gives you a synopsis of what this is, even though I'm going to tell you, and then just some information so that if you want to join around, you can. This is going to be one that's reoccurring every week. So one of my goals for 2025 is to get back into scrapbooking, and one of the things that needs to happen for me to scrapbook is to take photos. And so when I seen Miranda posting about this, and I was watching her video about some life updates that she has had, and just some issues that she had with not being able to get in her scrapbook room, and then some of her design teams closing out, which is super sad. I know I've been following along and noticing that Jody from Spiegel Mom Scraps, if any of you guys are aware, I used to be on her design team, and I absolutely love it. I still have her sequins. Actually, not too long ago, I used a whole bunch of her sequins. I help out at my local church and do children's church, and so I used some of the sequin. I had the kids use the sequins for stuff, but so I still have a ton of that stuff, and so I'm kind of sad that like I can't go and get more if I want more. But anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, so the premise behind this whole hop is so that we are being inspired to take photos and to document our photos. So I'm assuming most everyone's probably going to do process videos. Today I'm going to do this face-to-face video because I'm not afraid to do a face-to-face video. And my scrap desk is still like super crazy messy because it has a ton of Christmas stuff on it. I haven't put away any of my Christmas stuff yet, so maybe next week that'll be a photo or something. But anyway, so my goal for this year is to get back into scrapbooking and share with you guys what I'm doing. And I'm super excited about it, and this is like right up my alley, and part of scrapbooking is taking photos. And I can tell you that after not scrapbooking for a few years, I don't take hardly any photos. Like, I just don't remember to take them because I'm busy working, doing stuff, being sick. Like, who? But those are still parts of life that, like, you know, like we can still document those things. And so getting back into it is getting into that mindset and getting that habit of taking photos and then sharing photos, right? So today I actually picked 2 photos from this week, and so they kind of correlate and go together. So they were right before I started talking and yapping my trap. But anyway, so Miranda put this together, and it is every week on Mondays. I think it's Mondays. So on the 6th, this is going live. And we're just going to share a photo from the week and talk about it. And so it serves as a way to document and like have like a video journal, if you will, of our photos, but also to interact and inspire other scrapbookers and our other creators to get, you know, to get their cameras out, get scrapbooking. And so today, like I said, I'm just going to share my photos because my desk is so messy and I'm not ready to do a process video. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my setup all situated. And so when I've been scrapbooking this month, I've just been doing it at I have a little table in my room, and so I've been doing that, but that doesn't work for doing process videos, and it's super dark in there. It's just not set up. But my goal is to do a layout, and I'll share that. So hopefully I can get it done by when this goes live. If it's not, I'll make sure I share it during the week. So, so every week we're going to post a photo and share and talk about it. So let's get to it. Let's do it. I don't want to keep you guys here too long. There's going to be a ton of other people probably joining in. And if you want to join in, definitely. And if you're just doing what I'm doing, you just want to share your photo and you just want to talk about it, go ahead. Like sometimes we got to take the pressure off. So I just want to say that for you guys. Like, let's take the pressure off. Let's not make things more difficult. I don't know how many of you guys work and try to scrapbook in your free time. I know that's my life now. And it's hard. It's hard to document. It's hard to remember to pull out the cameras. And this year I got 2024, I got a really nice camera. I got a mirrorless camera. I'm so excited about it. And like my husband still has to remind me to take it out, and I've used it for work and stuff, which is not nearly as fun as taking my photos because I want to take photos. But so this is going to help me, right? So this is what we're doing. We're encouraging each other to just get our cameras out. Let's just talk about our photos. Let's talk about the documenting process, right? And like, what are these things that are stopping you and holding you back? I know I get so stuck in the moment. And this has always been one of my issues, but I just get stuck in the moment. I just want to live it. I just want to enjoy it. I don't want to pull out my camera, but sometimes it just, take 5 minutes to pull out your camera when the family is sitting around watching a movie. When, in my case, my photos are of my dog and the cat. So the first one is my 2 dogs. I was trying to scrapbook a little bit, and my dog. So, okay, let's work on this so you guys can actually understand me. So I will also just apologize right now. I'm having like major lupus flare-ups, and part of how it's presenting this year is sometimes my communication is just not as good as it used to be. So I'm kind of actually hoping that by sharing stuff with you guys that it'll help me get better at being able to like communicate differently, because I used to not have a problem before. So let's see if we can get Hannah's head back in the game. So I have 2 photos. My first photo is a photo of my 2 dogs. My dog Sadie, who is about a year and a half, and she's a husky, and like all huskies, there are many huskies, she has a ton of energy besides being a puppy. And then the other dog is my husband's dog that he's had for years, and they love each other, but she loves to bug the crap out of him. And so I came home from work, and when I always come home from work, she is like super hyper, and she has to go in the crate because she just gets into too much trouble. She can't not be in the crate when I'm gone at work. And so, and I don't trust my kids. Okay, I trust my kids, but I don't put that responsibility on my kids to take care of her. So she goes in the crate when I go to work. And anyway, so when I let her out, she is spastastic, like run around the room, crazy. Like right now she's okay, but like earlier I was trying to do a process video. I was trying to edit a video, and she just like would not leave him alone. So Sadie and Dom is our pit bull, and he is such a lovey-dovey dog. He loves to relax. He loves to lay down, and she loves to pester him. So it's their relationship. And I thought this would be a fun first photo for the year, because it's something that I deal with like almost every day. I come home, I let her out, she goes outside, she runs around with my other dog, Kai, he's still here with me. And so like they run around and they get their, she gets a little bit of her energy out, but it's Washington State, so it's rainy right now, and so there's only so long she can be outside. And then she comes in and like I hang out upstairs with the kids for a while, and then I come downstairs, and the minute I come downstairs, she is just nuts. She is just nuts, guys. Like, whoo. So if you're ever thinking about getting a husky, just know. Like, I thought Kona, I don't know if you guys remember my dog Kona. I don't have her anymore. She was my ex's dog, and he took her with him when he moved. But and I thought she had a decent amount of energy, because she definitely could have energy, and she definitely was a personality all of her own. But yes, my husky has way more energy, and she just has to run around and get it out. And my husband's dog, Dom, he is old, so he likes to lay and relax, and he likes to like get all up in the blankets, which is part of the reason why I took this photo. So because he's like he was trying, so I'm trying to get my stuff organized so I can sit and get some December daily done, and he's like burrowing in my bed, which was made, by the way, you know, before I got home. And then he's trying to burrow in there, and she's trying to play with him, and so she's like looking all cute, and so I can't wait to scrapbook it because it's gonna be fun. And it's just a normal part of life, is I have to keep yelling at her and then just wait for her to calm down, because she just has spurts of energy. And so, but also the second photo is her and my cat Mako. So I don't know if you guys remember Mako, but we got him quite a few years ago for the kids for Christmas, and he is still with us. Our older cat Amberly, she is no longer around anymore. But and whenever I have Sadie upstairs, she just has to find Mako, and Mako tolerates her, but he knows how to instigate, and he will like be in her way, and then he gets mad. And so he was up on, we have a split level, so upstairs is our main floor, and so there's, you know, the entryway, and he loves to climb up there because the dog can't get up there. Always makes me nervous, but it's just fun to see the dynamics of, like, you know, that he will just pester her. So those are my photos. The animals are a big highlight of our life and our day, and they make the kids love the cat. They could take the dog or whatever, and I think honestly a lot of it is they're not used to all her energy, but I don't blame it. Like, sometimes she drives me nuts, and sometimes, like today, I had to kick Kai out because they just play, which is awesome and great. But then he barks at her because she wants to play with Dom, and he feels left out. And so anyway, so having the dogs be the first photo of my day, because that's like something I deal with every day almost. Every day I have to yell at her. Every day I have to like get them to calm down. And yeah. You know, and we can only I can give them bones all I want, but like they just gotta fight over everything. They just gotta play because they're dogs. But anyway, so that's my photos for this week. And so one thing I am going to do this week that I'm hoping will help with the photos, because I kind of want to talk a little bit about the photo aspect of things, because like I said, that's where my problem is remembering to pull out the camera. So one of my goals is it's not even like that I need to take a photo every day. It's just going, okay, what are things that we do every day, every week that I would like to remember. So that's one thing that I want to work on for this next week. And so this is one thing that I want to encourage you guys is, what is one thing that you guys do every week that you want to remember that might change? Because I'm sure, like me, your life is, as much as it's the same every day, it does change over time. Well, and honestly, like, my life is so much different than it was 4 years ago. When I used to scrapbook, I stayed at home all the time. I was home every day. And our routine was way different. Now, I go to work half of the week. The other half, I'm home, but like, we spend a lot of time together as family, and me and my husband spend a lot of time together. And there's a lot of elements that are very similar from week to week to week, right? But over time, things have changed. And now that they're getting older, they have things that they want to do. We have goals for this year for them to do more as they start to get a little bit older, because my middle child is in 10th grade this year. So next year she's going to be in 11th grade. And so we're kind of working towards getting her ready to like get a job, and like some aspects of like extracurricular activities that she can do that go along with like her crafting. So these are things that I want to start thinking about to document, because I want them to have something to remember, because this is why we do it, right? So one of the things that I like to think about with scrapbooking is like, why am I doing this? And a lot of it is because I just like to play with paper and I like to be creative. And honestly, like, it has been so good for me over the years to just be able to be creative. And the fact that like this last couple of years, I really haven't been super creative, I've noticed a big difference in like my personality. And even my husband, who he didn't know me when I would scrapbook a ton, but even him, he notices when I'm creative and when I'm not. And he notices it in my personality and my ability, like my inspiration to do other things, if that makes sense. So it's like I kind of get a little bit more down, and I live in an area where it gets dark in the wintertime, like super dark. It's not warm here. And so, I mean, it's not cold, it's not snowy like some places I've lived, but anyway. So those are things that I think about, is like, why am I doing this? One, I need that creative outlet, but also I want to remember these things. And like, as I've gotten older and as my lupus flares up, I notice like my memory is like, woo. It's like, and honestly, I think it's because it's like, I need that habit of remembering to document things, and this helps me remember things. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but anyway. So I'm going to let you guys go, because I don't want to let this video be too long, because I know everybody else is going to be sharing their videos and stuff, and this is going to be every week. Please, if you guys don't know where to follow me, look in the info box below, because I am going to also be working on this year sharing more of my own stuff on Instagram again. I'll probably use that more for like all my photos. I'd prefer people not to follow me on Facebook. So as far as my main thing. So if you guys know me and you follow me on Facebook, yay! But if you're newer here to my channel, I do have an artist Facebook like page. So definitely follow that, because I'm going to be sharing stuff on there. But I'm not going to be sharing as much stuff on my personal Facebook page anymore. That's just something that I want to do for my own personal privacy. But it's just, as I've been doing this longer and longer, I just realized like I do like to have a little bit of aspect of that. But so follow me so that you guys can be inspired. Maybe it'll help you guys remember to take photos too. And so I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see what everybody else is going to be taking pictures of, how they want to document things, because I think that this is one of these challenges in YouTube things that can, like, we don't have to do it in the same way as just like, it doesn't have to be boring, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't have to be done a certain specific way. So if you guys have like a fun way that you guys are documenting this stuff, like, so, and also, like, how do you guys document your everyday photos? Do you guys like to do pocket pages? So one of the things that I was doing for a while when I wasn't doing process videos is I was actually working more on pocket pages, and that was like a super low-key way that I could just have some stuff. Maybe I'll go back and see what I have and share some of the stuff, but I don't have a ton of stuff from like the last few years. And honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure how much of it I'm gonna go back and redo, like, share, like, document, if that makes sense, just because I feel like that's kind of overwhelming to me right now. So if you guys take a break, like, how do you guys deal with that? Like, I'd like to hear how you guys all do things, because I've not taken a really long break before, and so it'll be interesting to see like how I decide that I want to do things, because I've kind of just decided I'm gonna pick up mostly on where I'm at and just kind of work forward. Just like forget that I made I say make mistakes. It wasn't a mistake that I wasn't crafting, but you know, like just dust myself off and just move on, and just like leave the past in the past as far as like stuff. And there's a lot of things that I'm not probably ready to scrapbook, and nor do I know if I want to or how I want to do it, if that makes sense, because a lot of the things in my life, like getting divorced and like kind of dealing with a lot of like personal stuff, and then I've had a lot of health stuff for myself that like I don't know how I want to do it. But anyway, moving forward, I think it'll be really fun to like just work on building these new habits again after taking a break. And I'm really hoping that it's going to help inspire me, and seeing other people and how that they're documenting everything with this challenge, I think is going to be really fun. And I think it'd be really fun to see like what we decide to document throughout the year, what we feel like is like important, because you know, we all have different lives, and we all what we want to document is different between each of us. And I think that's like something really cool, and it's inspiring, but it also gives us ideas, but it also helps us like kind of call out like, oh, that's not going to work for me, right? So it's like, just because someone else does it one way doesn't mean you have to, right? But because it can show you more of what you don't want to do. It's like one of those like no pressure things, but it's just like super fun, and we can encourage each other to like take photos, to take different types of photos maybe, because I know that's like one thing that I used to do. I just used to always take photos. So I actually have a lot of everyday stuff. So in some ways, maybe like looking at it of like, what are these special things that I want to document? But I know, anyway, this week, my goal is to go, what do I want to remember? You know, in 10 years from now, when my kids are all out of the house, what do I want to remember? And what is my reason why I want to share these things, right? What is the reason why I want to be creative and I want to document these things? Because honestly, like when I'm taking photos, it just makes me happy, and it inspires me when I'm looking back at these memories, right? And so this is the reason why I want to document, is because it just makes me happy, and it makes me happy looking at the little moments, right? It's like I get overwhelmed when I see everything all at once, but when I get these little moments. So I think that's one thing that like as I start taking photos throughout this year is like, how can I do it on a micro level, right? Like, I don't need that macro view. I want the micro view. And that's kind of like, I think, how I want to go into it. But I got to start somewhere. So this is where I'm starting. And I'm starting with, like, what are things that I deal with every day that I want to remember? Because you know what? My husky is not going to be hyper her whole life, hopefully. I mean, maybe she will be. But, or one day I won't have her, right? Because she won't be here anymore. And what are the things that I want to remember about her personality? And what are things about her personality versus my other animal's personality? And all that good stuff. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you check out everybody else's videos. Thank you, Miranda, for sharing and letting us have this opportunity to join in on something that you want to focus on this year. And so I'm super excited. I'm super excited to join in with everybody and just kind of get connected with everybody again and encourage everybody else to remember to take photos, because that's why we're here. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.